Welcome to the Getty-Dubay Italic Letter of the Day video series, where we use the Getty-Dubay Handwriting Success App to talk about best practices for each letter of the alphabet, one at a time. This video is for parents of school children, teachers, and adults who would like to work on their own handwriting. You can follow along using the app or any of the Getty-Dubay Italic handwriting workbooks, or simply use lined paper. Your handwriting can go places. Today we practice the lowercase r. R is a member of the family of italic lowercase letters that utilizes an arch shape. That family also includes the letters H, M, and N. We're using a nice big 9mm body height to start, which corresponds to the line spacing you would typically find on elementary school ruled lined paper. Start by tracing the model. Letter R begins at the waistline. Move downward to the baseline, a nice straight line at a 5-degree slope, just like lowercase basic italic I, without the dot. Retrace upward to the branching line. The branching line is exactly halfway between the baseline and the waistline. Branch upward to the right. Touch the waistline, then curve downward slightly. There are no loops or lifts in this one-stroke letter. Let's practice more by tracing the dashed line model. Begin at the waistline. Breathe out for a nice straight vertical downstroke to the baseline. Retrace without making a loop, then branch to touch the waistline. Complete the arch. One self-assessment tool you have is to look at the counter shapes within a letter. The space beneath letter R helps make it legible, in the same way that the empty space of a cup gives the cup its usefulness. With letter R, there are two counters to look at, the large internal arch and the little triangle. All arch-shaped lowercase italic letters contain these signature counter shapes. How wide should the R be? Aim for a width that is slightly narrower than letters N and H. Moving on to cursive italic, letter R remains the same. All we do is include the entrance serif, which allows us to join from other letters. Notice that we've switched to a 5mm body height, using a line spacing that is slightly narrower than college-ruled lined paper. Let's trace and copy again. Be sure to begin with a soft angle entrance serif that has a 45-degree angle to the baseline. No matter what slope you use for your handwriting, be sure that the slope is consistent with all other vertical strokes. We also want to avoid exaggerating the serif, branching too early, branching too late, or adding a loop to the letter by not retracing the downstroke. After practicing single letters, it is a good idea to begin combining them in letter pairs and words. Let's trace and copy these letter pairs to practice the join into R. We use that soft angle entrance serif to accept the diagonal join. When joining out of R, we use a short diagonal join that swings up into all other letters except lowercase f. Page 40 of the Getty-Dubay app is devoted to this join. We'll practice on the first line today. Tracing and copying is a time-tested method for handwriting instruction. Limit your repetition of single letters to 8 copies or so. It's best to put those letters to work as soon as you can, in letter pairs and words. Also, it's important to build self-assessment skills as you go along. Do your letters start at the top? Is the first downstroke a straight line at a 5-degree slope? Does the curve of the arch begin at the branching line? Look at your work. Circle your best letters. Underline letters that you would like to improve. Then plan your future practice. This video is not intended as a complete handwriting guide. Use Getty-Dubay books and materials for comprehensive instruction. If you have the Getty-Dubay Handwriting Success App, the Write Now book, or the Getty-Dubay Italic Handwriting Series Instruction Manual, you can explore the rich history of letter R as it evolves from ancient times all the way to modern italic.